Strangers Chapter 1. This movie is very bad. One of the worst movies I've seen this year. I had heard going into this, I didn't watch the trailer, but I heard this was supposed to be a prequel to the OG one that came out in like 2006 or 2008. If that's true and it is supposed to be a prequel, they have iPhones and push-to-start engine cars and FaceTime, which they didn't have in 2006, so that doesn't make any sense for it being a prequel. There's not any sort of origin story for these three killers in this movie, so I'm not sure why it had to be titled Chapter 1, because it could have just been any other, it could have been Chapter 3. There's no like back in time origin for these killers. I'm gonna have spoilers in this because you shouldn't watch this movie unless you go into it knowing it's terrible. They have some of the dumbest two lead characters of all time in any horror movie. This dude and this girl are like having this kid pounding on the door, like super creepy kid asking, is Tamara here and all this shit. And the dude leaves the girl alone, goes on a motorcycle to go get food into town. And, you know, why didn't he take the girl with her? Why are you gonna leave her with this creep that was just knocking on the door in this sketchy fucking place where the dude already purposefully broke your car just to scam you, the mechanic dude? Then this girl knows this creepy kid's outside and is hearing noises inside the house like someone broke in. She's scared as shit. You would think the first thing she does is call the police, but instead she decides to smoke weed and play the piano and then take a shower. She knows someone's in the house. She still hasn't called the cops. The entire movie I was thinking, this is why it should have been based like 40 years ago, so you have a built-in excuse of like they don't have the cell phone on them at all times to call the police. These characters never called the police until like way later on in the movie when they almost died like 17 times. When someone's trying to like pounding on your door in this sketchy place, you call the cops. And especially when someone's broken into your house and tried to kill you and you got your phone that you were just FaceTiming your friend on, you call the cops. This dude at one point has a shotgun in the car and this dude's ramming him with his truck trying to kill him. And the guy never uses the shotgun. He just stares at the dude who's ramming him with the truck. This movie also beat for beat copies the original, to the point where like they even have the same exact premise of the couple and the same exact ending with the couple as the original one. They completely ripped it off, so I don't know why they called it Chapter 1. It's just a remake. In the original, the dude and the girl just had a failed proposal attempt, and so they're having some relationship issues, and they're staying at this place out of town. In this one, the dude and the girl are on their 5-year anniversary, but they don't really know where the relationship's going, or if it's going to end or keep going, or if they're going to get married, and they're staying at this sketchy place in town. And then at the end of the movie, the couple gets tied to a chair, they cry, why are you doing this? And the people say, because you were here, and then they get stabbed to death. It's the same exact copycat film the entire way through, but done much worse. And the dude is very like sketchy and weird. I don't think he meant to act it this way. But the whole time I was thinking like, is this dude in on it? Just because all his responses and the way he was acting was very bizarre, but I guess that was just like the dude's acting. But at the end of the day, it was only a 90-minute movie. It wasn't like the worst thing I'd ever seen. It was just a copycat of the OG with two of the dumbest characters of all time and just cheap jump scares and kind of garbagey. But it was somewhat entertaining. It was just very, very bad. If I were to give it a score out of 10, I'd give it a 2.